So we just got done with our introduction to arrays, and so we're going to do another example here, but we're going to do another class that extends my world. So let's go ahead and create a new class inside of there, and we're going to call this Polygon world. And we want that to extend my world, and we also want that to have a main method. So Polygon world extends my world, or has a superclass my world, and has a main method. So let's finish that. Okay, so let's just review some things that we've done with graphics. So I'm going to slide over here and go to this graphics class. So this is just a description of the graphics class that Java provides. We've done things with this like draw arc, okay? We did, let's see, what else? Draw oval, draw line, okay, etc. We've also done some fill things, so we've done like fill rect, you know, draw string and stuff like that, but we've never done fill polygon. So let's go ahead and look at how we could fill a polygon here. So there's two examples right there. One of them expects that I have a polygon that I want to draw or fill in already. This other one, this one that we're going to use, is saying that it wants an int array for its x points, an int array for its y points, and then an int n points, which is the number of points that we're going to use, or basically the number of vertices in the polygon. Okay, so we're going to use that today in Polygon world. So let's go over here, and in the main method here, we're going to say that we want a new Polygon world. Okay. And then let's just kind of plan out what this polygon is going to look like. And in order to do that, I'm going to switch over to here so we can kind of just look at this and figure out where we want this thing to show up. So let's just say that this is, you know, an example of like a My World frame. So let's go ahead. I'm going to make a pentagon in here. So we're going to go a point there. Let's see, maybe a point right here. Maybe a point right there. Maybe a point right there. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Right there. And then another point. Let's see here. Let's go right there. Okay, so what I'm going to expect is that this thing is going to fill in this polygon that makes this pentagon right here. Okay, so it may not be perfect or whatever, but it's pretty good. This is the x-coordinate 250, and the y-coordinate is 100. Okay, this thing has an x-coordinate of 325, y-coordinate of 200, x-coordinate here of 300, y-coordinate 300. This x-coordinate is 200, y is 300, x-coordinate here of 150, y-coordinate of 200. Okay, so we're going to kind of refer to that over here, and what we're going to do is inside of the draw method for now, we're going to make an int array, and I'm just going to call this Pentagon x's, and now we're going to use the values that I just found in my example that I was just showing you. So I'm going to go back to there. We're going to use 250, 325, 300, 200, and 150 in that order. Okay? So 5 total points there, and I won't flip back and forth, but I have them in front of me. So 250 is the first one, 325 is the next one, 300, okay, then 200, then 150. So we're going to close that off. And then we're going to do the same thing for the y-coordinates. So int array pentagon y's. And that's going to be, so the numbers that correspond with those were 100, 200, 300, 300, and then 200. Okay, and just to kind of show that to you again, I'll just flip over there. So again, we said associated with, so this is point 1, point 2, point 3, 0.4, and 0.5. Okay? And so we have those. And then what we want to do is we want to tell the graphics to basically draw that polygon. So we're going to go G dot, well, I guess we want it to fill the polygon. Okay? When you do fill polygon, again, you have two different options. You have one where you've created a polygon object, and then you have another one where you're just giving it the coordinates inside of arrays. So that's the one that we're going to use. I'm going to double click on that one. And then I'm going to go Pentagon X's, Pentagon Y's. And then here I got to tell it how many basically vertices I want my polygon to have. So what should I put in here? 5. Okay. Now there's another option there, because each of these has 5. I could go here and I could do Pentagon X's or Y's dot length. Okay, so that should also be 5. All right, so let's just see what this looks like. All right, so it doesn't look exactly like what I had in mind, I guess. Oh, you know what? I put 325 here, but really I meant 350. Okay, so just looking at that. All right, that looks better. Okay, it's a pretty decent polygon, pretty decent pentagon right there. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Okay, so again, just to kind of reiterate here, this point here is the point 250, 100. This point here is the point 350, 200, and then we can kind of keep going along that way. And this is 300, 300. Point down here is 200, 300. This point is 150, 200. Is this making sense for everybody? Okay. So when you use arrays this way, so arrays like these are called, we call them parallel arrays. Okay, so there's two things that we know about parallel arrays. They have the same length, okay, and they have some logical association. So in this case, the association is just these are describing x coordinates and these are describing y coordinates for the corresponding points. So you say this is point 0, point 1, point 2, point 3, and point 4 of that polygon. Does that make sense? Okay. You know, it doesn't have, parallel arrays don't have to be of the same type though. So for example, you could have like an array of teacher names and an array of hours that you have that teacher for. Okay? Those would be parallel arrays, and there's some logical connection between them. Okay, so last thing here is, remember that you can like set the color of this. So if you wanted that to be a red pentagon, okay, you can do that. So what you guys are going to do now is you're going to make your own 2 more polygons, okay? Make a hexagon and make an octagon. All right? If you want to shrink that one, you want to make them different colors or whatever, I don't care what the size of them is and everything like that, but you can kind of chart it out the same way that I did for the pentagon there.